What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday. And guys, it is Lenny Kravitz night because his new album, Blue Electric Light, drops tonight. So I thought, what better time than to do my Top 5 personal favorite albums of his, which is really hard to whittle down, but also I don't know if this new album will end up making the cut. I'm a little early on this, but we will see. I probably will do a full Lenny Kravitz ranking video, so you'll see where it falls in my ultimate ranking. But for now, let's get to the cream of the crop at number 5. Let Love Rule, the album that started it off in 1989, the debut Smash album, and of course, just for the title track alone, which he still plays at every show. I had the opportunity to see him live about 5 years ago, and man, just an incredible show. And closing out the night, or one of the first closing out the night songs was this. And it's just one of those songs that can go on and on forever, and everybody sings along. You love it. And then there's also other socially conscious songs on this album, like Mr. Cab Driver. The opening track, Sitting on Top of the World, is great. Just from start to finish, you knew this guy was going to be a force to be reckoned with. And that is my number 5. So now at number 4, it is time for a Love Revolution from 2008. I think this is an underrated gem. I mean, there's just so many great tracks on here, but especially the standout for me is Dance Until Dawn, one of those tracks that just translates so well live. And his band, like, it just has such a great production sound all throughout this record, which of course Lenny does almost everything himself in the studio, playing drums and guitars and writing everything. I think Lenny's just like really underrated in that way, but this is one of those albums that, like Lenny himself, I feel is a little underrated, and I think the more you listen to it, there's more and more to love, and that's my number 4. So now at number 3, Mama Said, his sophomore smash from 1991. Of course, the lyric from Always on the Run is the title of the album, that My Mama Said. Man, just one of the coolest rockers of all time, let alone in Lenny's catalog, just of anyone's. And Slash's guitar solo on that song, just top notch, man. It's bluesy, it's rocky, it's got those horns that give it that kind of Motown vibe. It's amazing, and that's just one song on here. I mean, the opening track, Flowers for Zoe, is beautiful. Of course, It Ain't Over Till It's Over, just one of the all-time classics. Of course, that was written for Lisa Bonet. And yeah, the whole album's great, but just has some of his very best songs of all time. So that's why it's my number 3. And now at number 2, Five. Of course, you got to have this one high in your list, man. I mean, everyone loves Fly Away, but and then of course he added American Woman, his cover of that Guess Who song, as like a bonus on a later release version of the same album. But for me, man, it's some of these ballads, like If You Can't Say No, which is just like so sultry and just has that like recurring like whatever computer noise is, but it's just so cool when he brings in that Hammond B3, man. I love that track. I love I Belong to You, another one that's kind of like a mid-tempo ballad, but also rocks a little bit. There's just so much to love on here, and the production value, again, just like on It's a Time for a Love Revolution. It feels like in the studio, this was around the time where Lenny just took it to another level, man. And from here on out, I mean, he's just continuously, there's not an album of his that doesn't have at least one awesome track on it, but this one has several, and that's why I had to have it as my number 2. So now at number 1, Are You Gonna Go My Way from 1993? Of course, man. The big smash hit single, the self-titled track there. You gotta love it. I mean, come on, man. One of the greatest album openers of the 90s. Then you go straight into Believe, which just has so much heart and soul in that song. Throughout this record, there's really just like so much soul And some of these slower tracks like Sister, which is just an epic track. The guitar solo, especially by Craig Ross, who often plays on most of Lenny's albums all throughout his career. Just incredible. Even the track Eleutheria, based on his place in the Bahamas. You get a little bit of taste of everything, but a lot of great rockers on this one. Is There Any Love in Your Heart? Come On and Love Me, My Love, a lot of love throughout the title. And I think that's one of the things that I love about Lenny throughout his whole career is, love, like the Beatles before him and many of his idols and inspirations. Love is always at the forefront of the music. And I think that's one of the biggest things that makes this such a cohesive masterpiece of an album. Great one. And I think will always be my number one, quite frankly, but we'll see how Blue Electric Light is. But let me know in the comments below what you think. What would your top 5 be? And if you're so bold, leave me a whole ranking if you want. I will be doing my full Lenny ranking here soon, probably in the next week or two. But stay tuned. We got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.